Hello students of 10th standard, we have started the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 4, environmental management. In that yesterday we have seen about the pollution or how the environment can be preserved by the developing or underdeveloping countries. Then what are the laws that we have studied yesterday, means how we want to conserve the forest, what awareness you have to make into the minds of the people, that we have studied yesterday. Now today we are going to study one of the new point, that is nothing but the big story of a small man. See here, Jadav Molai Pain was one of the man who was born. See, he is a highly capable person, born in a nomadic tribe of Assam. What it is told, see, there was one man whose name was Jadav Molai Pain, and he was one of the highly capable person who was born in a nomadic tribe of Assam. Nomadic means Adivasi Zamat. Nomadic tribe means, see, he was one of the capable person and he was born in a nomadic tribe of Assam. Which state he was born? He was born in a state of Assam. Then see, he was born in 1963. He is working as a forest worker. So he was born in 1963. And he is working as the forest worker. That means he was working in a forest as one of the worker who takes the care of the forest since the age of 16 years. That means he was working as the forest worker from his age of 16 years. Then see, once a large number of snakes died in the flood of the Brahmaputra river flowing by the village. That means what? There was one river whose name was Brahmaputra and it was flowing by the village, and large number of snakes were died in this flood. So as a preventive measure, what did he do? As a preventive measure, he felt very bad of all this incident that many snakes were died in the flood. So what he did? He did one of the preventive measure. For that preventive measure, what he did? Molai planted 20 bamboo plantlets. What he did? He planted 20 bamboo plantlets. Why he planted only the bamboo plants? Because the snakes are taking the shelter in the bamboos. So he planted 20 bamboo plantlets. In 1979, the Social Forestry Department began a social afforestation project on 200 hectares of the land. So what there was done? In 1979, the Department of the Forest, or you can say Social Forestry Department, they began one project, and that project was over 200 hectares of land. Molai was one of the new forest workers who were looking after completion of this project. So he was one of the man who looked after the completion of this project. Molai continued to plant the trees even after completion. Molai continued to plant the trees even after completion of this project. As a result of his continuous work of planting and taking care of the trees, the barren and witnessed the, you can say, forest cover over the 1,360 acres. So what he did? As he was looking over this project, he continued to plant the trees after the completion of the project, and as a result, the barren land was covered with you can say many trees, and over he covered up to 1360 acres. The project was of 200 hectares, but he covered it about 1360 acres. So today this jungle in Kokilamukh of Jorhat district of Assam is a result of a hard works of his 30 years. That means he looked over this jungle for 30 years, and for this case he was awarded a Padma Shri award by the government of India. Now it is well known Molai jungle. So this jungle is called as a Molai jungle. Many people came to destroy it, but a single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. Many people came to destroy it, but he was the only man who took care of this forest and established a new forest. The next point that we are going to study is nothing but environmental conservation and biodiversity. That means protection of environment, and biodiversity means the number of plants, number of animals, number of organisms whichever are present in the environment. See here, most harmful effect of the environmental pollution occurs on the living organism. You see, in an environment there are plants, animals and organisms. The environment affects onto the you can say organisms. So whatever, if there are changes in the environment, it is directly going to affect the organisms. What does this tell us? Most harmful effect of the environmental pollution. If there is a pollution in the environment, it is going to affect the, or it is going to directly affect the living organisms. That means if there is a little pollution in the environment, or if the balance is disturbed of the environment, it is going to create a direct effect onto the life of the living organisms. Have you seen some examples of this here in your area? Yes. What happens? There before this year in our area we have seen about the flood. So that was one of the you can say factor which was affecting the environment. Due to that, many organisms, many plants, many animals, many human beings, they have affected in our area. Then see, our living world had been richly adverse. What does this tell us? That the world in which we are living is richly adverse. Richly adverse means various types of you can say living beings are present there. Which are the living beings? The living beings are nothing but plant, animals, human beings, organisms. Then see, it consists of a variety of plants. There are variety of plants and animals. See here, whenever you consider the varieties of plants, some plants may be very short, some may have a middle size, some may be tall, some may be living in the, or some may be growing into the grassland region, some may be growing into the marine region, some may be growing into the desert region. This way we see the varieties of the plant. Similarly, whenever we see the animals are also of different types. Some are herbivorous, some are carnivorous, some are omnivorous. Those who are depending upon the grass, they are nothing but the herbivorous. Those who are eating the flesh, they are nothing but the carnivorous. And the animals who are eating both the things, they are nothing but the omnivorous. This way you are having a, you can say it consists of a variety of plants and animals, and environment consists of a varieties of plants and animals. It tells us that there are various varieties of plants and animals. This I have told you. However, we are not able to see some specific animals about which we have listened from our earlier generation. Whenever we are living in this world, our earlier generation tells us about some animals or some specific characters of some animals. But these animals we can't see nowadays. They are present on the earth, but we can't see their, you can say, their existence. So what happens? So we can't, or we are not able to see such types of animals which we have listened from our earlier generation. Who is responsible for this? We ourselves and the environment is responsible for this. Various factors that are created in the environment or various distractions that are created in the environment, due to which these animals have been they have been existed, or even they have become extinct, and due to which what happens, we can't see these such types of animals. Or due to man also, man is cutting the various types of the, you can say, plants lavishly. Therefore many of the plants whichever are having a specific characters, they are also destroyed, and they are killing the animals also, and due to which the specific animals have been become extinct. Now see here, biodiversity is the richness of the living organism in an nature due to the presence of the varieties of the organisms. So what does this tells us? Biodiversity is richness of the living organisms. That means it is rich in the, you can say, living organism. Due to presence of, you can say, varieties of organisms. Ecosystem, genetic variation we see in the species. Biodiversity occurs in 3 different levels. The next point is genetic diversity. So what does this point tells us? See here, occurrence of the diversity among the organism of some species is genetic diversity. That means some species are occurred into this environment, that is nothing but many, you can say, types of that species are occurred, that is nothing but the genetic diversity. Example, each human being is different from other. Now whenever you see the human being is not only, it is one of the species, but there are various types of the, you can see, human beings. They are speaking the different languages, they are looking different, they are having color different, then they are speaking the languages different, then they are eating different, they are living into the various spaces. So these various areas. So this tells us that each human being is different from other. Then see, possibility of the wiping out the species arises if there is a decrease in the diversity. What this tells us? That when we see the, you can say, decrease in the diversity, whenever there are, you can say, the animals or the organisms, they have become, you can say, wiped out, or they have become decreased, then only there will be decrease into the diversity. Within the species whose number involved in the sexual reproduction. So whenever you see, if there is a, you can say, sexual reproduction is there, but even though there is a, you can say, less number of the human beings or you can say organisms may be possible in this environment. Then see next one, species diversity. Innumerable species of organisms occur in the nature. We know that many of the species occur into the nature. This is called as a species diversity. Species diversity includes various types of plants, animals and microbes. Next point is ecosystem diversity. See here, many ecosystems are present in each region. Whenever you see, there are various types of the ecosystems whichever are present in this region. Ecosystem is formed through the, you can say, interaction between the plants, animals, their habitat and changes in the environment. How is this ecosystem formed? This ecosystem is formed of various, you can say, plants, animal, microbes, or you can say organisms. How are these formed? These are formed with their habitat and changes in the environment. So, these are formed how? With the habitat and changes. If there are any changes in the environment, that may be, you can say, hot area, then again cold area, then warm area. This way, the various types of changes are present in the environment. Each ecosystem has its own characteristics animals. Now, each and every ecosystem is having its own characteristics. That means the, you can say, animals whichever are living in the water, they are having their own characteristics. That means if you consider the fish is having a respiratory organ which is called as a gills, and it has the fins. It has a dorsal fin, it has a ventral fin, it has a caudal fin. So it is having a, you can say, different types of characteristics. Then see, each ecosystem has its own characteristics animals, plants, microbes and abiotic factors. There are also various abiotic factors. That means if we go in the desert region, there will be very hot climate and everywhere there will be sand. If we go in the northern plains, there will be, you can say, snowy region, there will be always snowfall. Then again if we go to the, you can say, east region or west region, there will be different type of a climate. Then see, ecosystems are of two types. One is natural and one is artificial. Natural is nothing but a God gifted, and artificial environment is nothing but it is created by a person or human being.